You're watching the Mr. Quality Guy YouTube channel. Hello everyone, Mr. Quality Guy here again, and today's video is going to be on the Chevrolet Corvair, a American car that is mired in controversy from the inception of it, and we're going to look into the issues that it may have had. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So as we're doing our series on looking at recalls and stuff like that, something that should be mentioned is the Chevrolet Corvair and its controversy in the market for when it came out. So the Chevrolet Corvair is a compact car manufactured by Chevrolet for model years 1960 to 1969 in 2 generations. It remains the only American-designed mass-produced passenger car with a rear-mounted air-cooled engine. The Corvair was manufactured and marketed in a 4-door sedan, 2-door coupe, convertible, 4-door station wagon, passenger van, commercial van, and pickup truck body styles in its first generation. It has a 2-door coupe, convertible, and 4-door hardtop in its second generation, with a total production of approximately 1.8 million vehicles. So the issue with the Chevrolet Corvair was allegedly it would handle poorly and would spin out on you if you looked at it wrong. The first generation Corvair featured a rear engine and swing axle design similar to that of the Renault Dauphine and Volkswagen Beetle, a design which eliminates universal joints at the wheels and keeps the rear wheels perpendicular to the half shafts rather than to the road surface. The design can allow rear tires to undergo large camber angle changes during fast cornering due to side G-forces causing rebound camber and decreasing the tread contact with the road surface, leading to a loss of rear wheel grip and oversteer, a dynamically unstable condition where a driver can lose control and spin. The problem is most severe in combinations having the engine and swing axle at the same end of the car. In most cases, this is at the rear, and the Corvair is no exception. The rebound camber is worse because of the greater inertial mass over the rear wheels with this combination. The higher center of gravity during rebound causes additional problems. A station wagon body also exacerbates the tendency because it increases the weight at the rear and raises the center of gravity. Oversteer is exacerbated by deceleration during cornering due to increased side G-force and lightened load on rear tires, lift-off oversteer. The understeer is common in front engine cars due to more weight and inertia on the front tires. Both conditions are dangerous when a car is driven at its cornering limits. Design options to ameliorate swing axle handling. An anti-roll bar as a production option, engineers had advocated but management rejected the inclusion of a front anti-roll bar in the original 1960 Corvair, which would have ameliorated the car's handling, shifting weight transfer to the front outboard tire, considerably reducing rear slip angles, thereby avoiding potential oversteer. Now, when we talk about anti-roll bars, we're talking about sway bars. And the sway bar's idea is to box in the suspension. So normally your suspension is connected to the chassis, but the wheels are not connected to each other than by the steering rack. The roll bar's job is to connect the suspension together, give you an extra point of connection other than in the steering rack. Tire pressure differential. As with the Renault Dauphine and pre-1968 Volkswagen Beetle, Corvair engineers relied on a cost-free tire pressure differential to eliminate oversteer characteristics. Low front and high rear tire pressure, a strategy which induced understeer, increased front slip angles faster than the rear. Nonetheless, this strategy offered a significant disadvantage. Owners and mechanics could inadvertently but easily reintroduce oversteer characteristics by overinflating the front tires to typical pressures for other cars with other more prevalent suspension systems. The recommended low front tire pressure also compromised the tire load capacity. So when we're talking about tire pressure differential, the idea is that, let's say we put the fronts at 25 psi and the rears at 34. Because the fronts are at 25 psi, the tire is going to sag and create a larger contact patch. You'll see this on front-wheel drive race vehicles where your front tire pressure is lower and your rear tire pressure is higher, but that's not to induce understeer. That is to allow the vehicle to turn in better, because front-wheel drive vehicles are more likely to understeer. When it comes to legal issues, by 1965, GM was already dealing with over 100 lawsuits, which was the main premise behind Ralph Nader's book, Unsafe at Any Speed. This book helped prompt the creation of the NHTSA. Now, Ralph Nader is an interesting character in this because when he really went after the automotive markets on making safe vehicles. Through Nader's book was damning evidence on the safety of the vehicle. Nader had no experience in engineering, nor did he have a driver's license at the time of the book's writing. In 1972, an NHTSA safety report concluded that the first-generation Corvairs handled no worse or posed any more danger than its contemporary vehicles. However, in John DeLorean's book, On a Clear Day You Could See General Motors, he claims Nader's claims were valid. So, who is correct in this? The NHTSA? Or, Nader and John DeLorean? Now, John DeLorean was an executive at GM at the time before he created the DeLorean DeLorean Motor Company, and I would willing to say he would be somewhat correct. However, the NHTSA does rigorous testing. So is the Chevrolet Corvair unsafe at any speed or just misunderstood? I would say it's a misunderstood vehicle. The people that bought these have never driven vehicles like that before. For the most, there are other vehicles that had just as bad issues. You have your Porsche 911s also had a similar setup, and yet no one really complained about them. But that's because they knew that's what the vehicles could do. So, that's our talk on Chevrolet Corvairs. Alrighty, so that was a video on the Chevrolet Corvair. And yet again, if you're more interested in these topics, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as there are definitely more coming. So, thank you for watching, and you have an excellent day.